And it's good to see you again. How you doing, GEPAR? I'm Ernesto Garcia, Communications Director, Marketing Director for the Greater El Paso Association of Realtors. And we're glad that you're able to join us today. And in another episode of Get Going with GEPAR, the National Association of Realtors is America's largest trade association, representing more than 1.4 million members involved in all aspects of the residential and commercial real estate industries. And this month, NAR and GEPAR are proud to continue our partnership with the LGBTQ plus Real Estate Alliance, and it's Pride Month. Joining us today is our Equal Opportunity and Diversity Committee Chair, Hope Jackson. Hope, it is great to see you. And it's June, and obviously this month, I like how we see the rainbow colors all over our community in El Paso.
Absolutely, Ernesto. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to join us. Now, the National Association of Realtors and our association are proud advocates of fair housing opportunities for all people from all walks of life. We are dedicated to leading the real estate industry in the fight against discrimination. Can you share some success stories on these efforts that are going on, especially this month?
Absolutely. We're embarking upon something really big here. GEPAR is getting ready to have its first affordable housing summit. And what's interesting about that is it's never been done before. And so we're going to be a trendsetter here. And with it being LGBTQ month, I want to make sure that my brothers and sisters in rainbow colors, and I can say that because I'm an openly gay woman and I embrace my community. And I just want to say for the record that GEPAR has your back. So if you've ever faced anything along the lines of discrimination, along the lines of not getting service that you feel you were entitled to or not being qualified for a loan, whatever the case may have been as it relates to real estate, we're your advocate. We're here for you. We want you to call on us any time of day, any time of night. My phone number will be posted, and I want you to know that we're trying to open the lines of communication with the stakeholders being the Rainbow Coalition here on in the borderland, the LGBTQ plus Alliance. We want to bring all of those folks together so that we can figure out, first and foremost, where the problem exists, then design a plan, an action plan to resolve these issues as a team collectively, with everyone knowing that GEPAR is here to create affordable housing for everyone. It's all about inclusivity.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Alliance advocates on behalf of the LGBTQ plus community on a variety of housing related topics. As a 501c6 nonprofit, it also provides its members with a variety of learning and business opportunities. Can you explain what are some of those opportunities and how they involve us here in the El Paso community?
Sure, Ernesto. In November, the first Saturday of November, in fact, we're going to go live with our inaugural Fair and Affordable Housing Summit. And the really cool thing is, for the attendees, you will be able to get your down payment assistance certificate. And you may be wondering, well, what's that going to do for me? Well, here's what it'll do. If, in this economy, in today's age, money can be challenging to purchase a home. Prices are going up. So there are programs out there that can provide down payment assistance. Well, if you attend our summit in November, you're going to get the training on site that you need to get that gold card, or in the form of a certificate saying, hey, this person has gone through all the training required, understands the process for purchasing a home, and we're going to afford them up to 5% in down payment assistance.
Oh, that is huge. 5% would make a big difference, especially as we look at inflation and how things have gone in a market that is very unstable heading into the next year. What's involved in this training? What are we going to see?
Well, we're still working on our sponsorship program, but what you're going to see a lot of education. It's all about educating in order for them to graduate to home ownership. And what that looks like is we're going to have breakout sessions, 4 to be exact. You'll have one for financial readiness, what it means to be financially ready, how to budget, what a budget plan looks like, how much money you need to have set aside to purchase your home, to pay for your closing costs. What are closing costs? We're going to have lenders on site to mortgage companies to provide that type of training. You're going to have, as I said earlier, the training required to get the first-time home buyers certificate. And there's a plethora of other things. And as the plan unfolds, we'll give you more information. And I'd also like to say, once the stakeholders come to the table, we want to hear from them. What would you guys like to see at our summit? How can we better serve the community? So I'm just super excited about what lies ahead.
Well, like you said, it hasn't been done in El Paso yet. It's going to be done, and I'm looking forward to November. In the coming years after November, how can we continue to accelerate progress in diversifying perspective and ensuring inclusivity of the Fair Housing Act for all?
Communication, communication, communication. Inclusivity, inclusivity, inclusivity. And I say, you know, we're here to listen. And I think that's the key. When GEPAR makes a statement like, come on in, tell us your problems, we're here to help. It doesn't get any better than that, Ernesto.
No, it does. Now, something I noticed on your background, and we had talked about this before we came on, is you have a military background.
I
You
do.
served in 2 wars,
I have.
unfortunately, but you're proud that you served. And this month as well, coming up on June 14th, it's an important day for women like yourself and that served in the military. Am I correct?
You are absolutely right. I'm glad you mentioned that. June 14th is Women Veterans Day. And I'd like to give a shout out, a kudos to the.
Go ahead. All right.
I'd like to give a shout out, kudos to the county of El Paso and the city, respectively, because today the county had its inaugural Women's Day Veterans Brunch. Beautiful turnout, food. It was attended by all. The county judge was there. The county commissioner were there. Lots of city representatives were there. So I'd like to give them a kudos for that. And then to follow on, tomorrow, the city will follow suit and have their recognition of women's veterans. So I applaud
Saturday,
them.
June 11th, so people know.
Saturday, June 11th, absolutely, at 10 a.m. at Old Glory Flags. That's where it will be for the city. So come on out, have a meal, listen to the presentation, because whether you know it or not, women soldiers, airmen, Marines, Navy, seamen have been around since the beginning of time. We've served in every war, and we will continue to serve from this day forward.
It's Pride Month this month. You personally had mentioned that you've seen a lot of progress made. I know we talked about this more. How happy are you to see El Paso, the community, and the organizations come together and be more involved? And do you think there's still more that needs to be done?
Oh, absolutely. And we have a saying in the military, Ernesto, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Okay, so how do we resolve an issue of this magnitude? One step at a time. So the first step is to invite all stakeholders to the table to have a voice. And once that happens, it'll take a shape of its own, and it'll be like a domino effect. And next year, when we have our second annual Affordable Housing Summit, and I come back and I talk to you about all the success stories and how inclusive we were and how everybody felt valued and a part of the process, then we're going to really put on the rainbow colors.
It should be, I think it's safe to say the LGBTQ plus community has a home here at GEPAR, and they should have no problem being able to come reach us or be getting a hold of us. Am I correct?
Absolutely, 100%.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Hope, and I want to give you the opportunity. If people want to reach you, get a hold of you, how can they do so?
Yes, at any time, please give me a call on my personal cell phone at the number there on the screen, 915-202-7955. If you'd like to send an email, I'm at hopej@warriorinvestmentgroup.net.
All right. Hope, I look forward to talking to you. We're going to see you back before November again, but this month, we wanted to bring you here and thank you for being able to speak here today. And of course, make sure that you get the word out as well and be a part of what's coming up in our community and making sure that we keep the advancement going with GEPAR and NAR. With Get Going for GEPAR,